So today we are going to work on our calves and our shins, and we're going to be adding some props because to get the calves and shins, actually the props really help. One of my props is the step, but you can actually use a wall. I'm using a step because then I can show you better. Otherwise, let's get to it. So first we're going to go into downward dog. So come to your tabletop position. Make sure to just step your hands just a little bit further out. And then we're going to tuck our toes under and lift up. Okay? So you want to push your chest towards your feet. And where the stretch is if you try to push your heels towards the floor, that's where the calf stretch comes into play. This does actually stretch a lot of your body, but I'm emphasizing the heels going down to the floor, which intensifies the calf stretch. Let's take a couple deep breaths in this stretch here. And then we're actually going to walk up to the top of the mat by our hands. Take a quick little forward fold here. Let's come up. And I'm actually, again, like I did last week, I'm going to keep the camera there because I want your focus to be on my feet or shins and everything, right? Okay, so in this one, we're actually going to put our right foot forward, flex our feet, push our hips back, and go lean forward. The flex in the foot is where getting this nice stretch in your calf can really help. And the further you can get down, the deeper the stretch. This also does a little stretch in the hamstrings too, but the emphasis is on the calf here. So we'll hold it for a little, and now we're going to come back down and do the other side. Flex foot, hips back, come down. And of course, if you can't come down this far, totally fine. You do you, boo. All right. Just a few breaths. Okay, so then the next one, I'm going to bring out the step. I have it on the lowest step. So if you were against a wall, you could easily just flex your foot, put it up against the wall, and lean forward. In this case, because I'm using the step, my toes are going to dangle a little over the step, but that's okay. I just need to make sure to flex really well and then push forward, and that is a beautiful stretch in your calf. The wall intensifies this because it flexes your foot, very well. So, a few breaths in this one, and then we're gonna switch. And actually, stretching your shins and your calves can actually help a lot of the other pain you could get in your legs, your lower back, your ankles, your knees. It actually can take a lot of pain away. So let's come off of that. I'm gonna put that back and come down. So, last week we did this stretch, but I want to do it again because it really is a strong emphasis on the shins this week. So we're gonna come down, come back, place your hands behind your back, and lift up in the knees. And this stretch, I could do this stretch so often. It feels so good. Because when you work out hard, without even realizing it, you're working out, every part of your body, especially if you're doing jumping, cardio, you're working every part of your body. So The shins are important, but sometimes I think we forget about them. And they can cause a lot of knee pain. Okay, you can come down. So now we're gonna straighten. We're gonna come down, lay it on our back. Keep your knees bent, but bring that right leg up. So wherever you can hold is beautiful. So if you hold behind your hamstring, I'm gonna be holding behind my calf. And in this position, you want to point and flex your foot. And in this instance, you're getting both a calf and a shin stretch. And it can be really intense depending on how far you pull your leg towards you and also how far you flex and point your foot. It can be a huge difference. So just do it a couple more times. And then we'll go over to the other foot. Okay, bring that down. Let's bring the other one up. And again, point and flex. It can be really intense, so just be careful. A few more times here. Feels so good. I've been doing a lot of jumping. Okay, let's bring that down. We're actually gonna come up into a seated position. So if you wanna bring your knees to your chest, kind of roll up, it'll make it easier. And then we're gonna sit down. We're gonna straighten our back, bend forward, grab your toe, and pull your toes towards you. It's a deep calf stretch again. It also stretches, your leg, but again, the emphasis on this is gonna be your calf. All right, let's do the other one. Flex your foot, grab your toes and pull them back. And keep your back straight. Do not crouch or anything like that. We wanna keep your back straight. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the foam roller. And if you've never foam rolled, the point of foam rolling is to release the fascia in the body and those tight muscles, okay? So we're gonna do the shins first. And in this instance, you never want to put the foam roller on any joints. So when I put my leg up, I'm not putting it on my knee, I'm putting it on my shin. So let's come up onto the foam roller, place our shins on the foam roller, and we're actually just gonna rock forward and backwards. Don't go over the knee, stop before you hit the knee. And then also in this, you can change the point where your foot is pointing, so you can angle your feet out, down, inward, and it gets a different part of your shin. So you can do that as long as you want. And if you find like this really tense spot or this painful spot, you actually want to stop on that spot and just let the foam roller do what it does. So you just want to relax, count for about 30 seconds, and then continue rolling. It is a beautiful thing. Okay, so now we're going to go to the calves. So there's many different ways to roll the calf. You can either start this way, bring the foam roller up to the top of your calf, lift up off the floor and move back and forth. Also, you can place one leg on top of the other, lift up and roll. This greatly intensifies it. It can be really painful depending on how tight your calves are. Mine clearly are very tight and they hurt. So that is not my favorite. My favorite is actually placing your foot down. You still have to lift yourself up, but you actually have help with your leg, right? So lift up and then roll and point your toe in different directions. So point it to your right, up, and to your left. And that gets a good chunk of your calf. And it feels really good. The other way that I enjoy rolling my calf is actually basically like windshield wipering, just going left and right with my foot and then moving the foam roller up. So I get each part of my calf. It feels very good, but it does hurt. And again, if you like right here, this is really tight and it hurts. So I would actually want to hold pressure on that for about 30 seconds and then move on, like continue rolling. It hurts. I'm just gonna do one more roll here and we'll move on to the next one. You can also roll them together. It kind of depends on what you prefer. So, again, I'm just angling my toe differently to get each part of the calf. And then I will windshield wiper my foot and move up the roller. Actually, this part hurts quite a bit, so I'm going to stop for a second, put a little bit more pressure on it, and let the foam roller do its work. So that is lovely calf work. Calf and shin work. So there is different foam rollers that you can get. This one is just all foam. There's ones that have PVC pipe in the middle of it to make it harder. So you can definitely find different types of foam rollers that provide different types of pressure. So otherwise, yeah. I hope your calves and your shins feel much better, and I hope some pain gets taken away in different parts of your body if possible. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and keep on stretching. Bye.